Come to the front of your mat and bring your hands into prayer in front of your heart. And those of us who are arriving to the mat having traveled a long period of time, quite simply deepen your breath, allowing yourself to arrive here. Letting all the things that happened before this moment to just quite simply dissolve. Take a quick scan of the body and breathe into anything you may feel, anything tense or uncomfortable. For me, it's always in my neck and my pelvis after a long flight, but see how it goes in your own body. Keeping the breath deep. Release your hands and inhale, sweep them up overhead, Ardha. Exhale, bow, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen the chest forward, and exhale, step your right foot back into a lunge, lower the knee to the earth. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, low lunge. Exhale, hands down by the front foot and step back, child's pose, hips to heels, forehead to the ground. Inhale, come forward onto hands and knees, round the spine and look at your own belly. Exhale, arc the spine, bend your elbows, chest and chin to the ground, 8-pointed pose. Straighten your legs out behind you and inhale, cobra, reach your chest forward and up. And exhale, down dog, hips up to the sky behind you. Inhale, right leg goes up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward in between your hands. Back knee lowers to the earth and inhale, reach the arms overhead, low lunge. Exhale, hands down by the front foot and step forward. Inhale, flat back, offer the chest forward. Exhale and bow, standing forward fold. Inhale, up to stand we go, bending the knees and rounding up. Inhale, reach the arms up, Urdhva. Exhale, hands in prayer in front of the heart, Tadasana. Release the hands, inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, bow, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, offer the chest forward. Exhale, left foot steps back, knee lowers to the ground. Arms up, inhaling low lunge. Exhale, hands down by the front foot and make your way into child's pose. Inhale, come forward onto hands and knees, round your spine, look at your belly. Exhale, arc the spine, bend your elbows, chest and chin to the ground, 8-pointed pose. Straighten your legs out behind you and inhale, cobra. And exhale, down dog, hips up. Inhale, left leg goes up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward in between your hands, back knee lowers to the earth and arms up to the sky, low lunge. Exhale, hands down by the front foot and step forward. Inhale, flat back, offer the heart forward. Exhale, bow, standing forward fold. Bend your knees and roll yourself up to stand. And as you inhale, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva. Exhale, hands in prayer in front of the heart, Tadasana. Releasing the hands down, chair pose, bend the knees, lower the hips, inhale, reach the arms overhead. And as you exhale, bow forward and down and interlace your fingers behind you by your bum, straightening your legs, Uttanasana. Release the hands down and inhale, chair pose, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, bow forward and down and interlace your fingers behind you, standing forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, arms up. Exhale, ribs the thighs, interlace the fingers, straighten the legs. Inhale, come on up to stand, Urdhva, arms overhead, straight arms, straight legs. Exhale, bow, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, offer the chest forward. And exhale, step your right foot back into a lunge. Lower the knee down to the earth and inhale, reach the arms overhead, low lunge. Exhale, bend your elbows out to the sides, cactus arms. Inhale, bring your elbows and palms to touch in front of you, round the upper spine. Exhale, interlace your fingers, palms go forward. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, cactus your arms out to the sides. Inhale, elbows and palms touch in front of you. Feel free to watch me. Exhale, interlace your fingers, press your palms forward. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms out to the sides. Inhale, elbows and palms touch in front. Exhale, interlace your fingers, flip your palms forward. Inhale, palms go up to the sky. Exhale, hands move through prayer, hands down by the front foot. Straighten your back leg and then step back, down dog. Inhale, coming forward, plank pose. We're going to take Chaturangas, and you can absolutely just hold plank pose instead. Knees on or off the ground. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lower down halfway if you're coming with me. Inhale, lift back up again, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog, hips up to the sky behind you. Inhale, coming forward into plank pose, and exhale, lower halfway or all the way down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, roll over your beautiful toes, and then exhale, down dog, hips up to the sky behind ya. Inhale, reach your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward in between your hands, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, lower your left heel to the right and cartwheel your arms out into a T shape. Keep pressing the outer edge of your back foot into the ground. Sparkle out your toes. Inhale, take your arms overhead and grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. And as you exhale, take your fingers towards the back of your own mat. Peaceful warrior, reverse warrior. See if you can bend just a little bit deeper into your front knee and roll your right thigh out to the right and feel how that draws your right sit bone underneath you. And then straighten your front leg, keeping your arms as they are. Come forward, floating triangle pose. So bring your torso about a quarter of the way forward. What I'd love you to do is lengthen the side waist and strengthen your core without your lower back being compromised. So if it ever feels like too much, just stay up higher. Next time you exhale, open your arms, good old triangle pose, right hand down, left arm up. Feel free to put a block underneath your right hand. And press your back heel into the ground, reach your chest forward. And breathe into your side waist. Breathe into your pelvis. Looking down to the ground, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Walk your right hand out in front of you. Feel free to put a block underneath you if you're fortunate to have one. Shift the weight forward and lift your left foot up off the ground. Lift your left arm up to the sky. Splay your top toes out wide. And again, roll your chest open towards the left and up to the sky. Stay as you are or lift your top arm up so much so that maybe your bottom hand hovers off the ground. That checks out okay. Bring your hands into prayer in front of your heart, but keep rolling your chest open towards the left. That's the super duper fun part. Bend your standing leg and then slowly make your way all the way up to stand. Tadasana, mountain pose. Left foot meets right one. Relax your arms by your sides or keep your hands in prayer. But exhale out your mouth. Whoa. And again, observe, how's my body feel? Releasing your hands, feet hip width or big toes touching, chair pose, bend the knees, lower the hips, arms up. Exhale, bow forward and down, interlace your fingers behind you, standing forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, arms up. Exhale, ribs to thighs, interlace the fingers, standing forward fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, bow, interlace your fingers. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, Urdhva Hastasana, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive down, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen your chest forward. And as you exhale, step your left foot back into a lunge, lower the knee to the earth. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, low lunge. Exhale, cactus your arms out to the sides. Inhale, elbows and palms touch in front, round the upper spine. Exhale, interlace your fingers, palms face forward. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bend your elbows out to the sides. Inhale, elbows and palms touch in front. Exhale, interlace your fingers, straighten your arms, reach your palms forward. Inhale, arms go up to the sky. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, elbows and palms touch. Exhale, interlace your fingers, palms forward, straightening the arms. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands down by the front foot and step back, down dog. Inhale, ripple forward, plank pose. And again, we're going to take those chaturangas. You can always skip them. You can always rest in child's pose. If you're coming with me, take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Hips up to the sky. So we're going to take the vinyasa. You can always skip it and just stay as you are. If you're coming with me, come forward, plank pose. Lower down halfway or all the way. Inhale, up or dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Hips up to the sky behind ya. Inhale, reach your left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward in between your hands, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, cartwheel your arms out into a T. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand, and as you exhale, take your arms towards the back of your own mat, Peaceful Warrior, Reverse Warrior. As you do this, press the outer edge of your back foot into the ground, hug the belly button in towards the spine, and draw your left ribs towards the front of your mat, deepening the sideways stretch. Straightening your front leg, floating triangle, tilt your pelvis towards the back of your own mat, and bring your torso a quarter of the way forward, so you're floating here. But again, if you have lower back stuff, I'd love you up higher versus lower, okay? Keep hugging the belly button in towards the spine, reach through all 10 of your fingers. And then as you exhale, open your arms, good old triangle pose. Splay your top fingertips out wide and then roll your chest open towards the right and up towards the sky. Looking down towards the ground for half moon pose, bending into your left knee, walk your left hand out in front of you and shift the weight forward, lifting your right foot up towards the sky. And again, if you're fortunate to have a block, feel free, or a water bottle. Sometimes I use that for underneath my hand, feel free. And then as you roll your chest open towards the right, reach your right arm up to the sky. Keep rooting your front heel down to the ground, left big toe is going directly forward. And then if you can, lift your top arm up so much so that maybe your bottom fingertips hover off the ground. See how it goes. Soften the jaw as you do this. And if you want to build, then hands come into prayer, but keep rolling your chest open towards the right. Bend softly into your standing leg, and then as gracefully as you can, come on up to stand, Tadasana mountain pose. Hands in prayer, release your arms down by your sides, close your eyes, and quite simply breathe deep. I find so much of my practice when I'm traveling is just coming back into my body so that no matter where I am in the world, home is right here in this breath on my mat. Release your arms down by your sides. Bring your big toes to touch. Chair pose. Bend the knees, lower the hips, and inhale. Reach the arms overhead. And then as you exhale, hands in prayer and twist to the right. So bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Press your palms in towards each other. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward. And then exhale, roll your heart open towards the right. Keep scissoring the inner thighs towards each other. Root down through both your heels. Look down to the ground. Lift your left heel up off the earth. Oh. See if you can lift your whole left foot up off the ground. Ah. Next time you exhale, step your left foot back into a lunge. And you can always put your hands down to step back. You can always put your back knee on the ground. No pressure. As you inhale, lengthen your spine forward towards the front of your mat. And exhale, roll your chest open. Keep straightening your back leg. Look down towards the ground, seated spinal twist. This is a fun one. You might have to watch me. Shift the weight forward and step your left knee to the outside of your right foot and sit your butt down. And if I ever lose you, just sit down, cross your right leg over your left, no problem. Right hand is behind you by your bum. Left arm either wraps around right leg or elbow to the outside of the knee. Choice is always yours. And as you inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, twist deeper towards the right. Come on back to center and just a sweet little counter twist in the opposite direction. Come on back to center and seated, thread the needle, right ankle on top of left thigh, left knee bent, left foot on the ground. You can stay here or lie down on your back, thread the needle, hands interlaced around left leg. Or you can remain seated, double pigeon, right shin stacks on top of left one. It's really kind of a choose your own hip adventure depending upon what you're working with today. The idea is to feel an opening in your bum without any pain or discomfort in your right knee. So where is that today for me? Especially, again, if you've been traveling, I find sometimes my knees can be a little squeaky. So see how it goes in your own body. Once you find your variation, just breathe deep. And then slowly release and go ahead and shift the weight forward. And what you're going to do is step your left foot forward and your right foot back and lower your right knee down to the ground. Walk your left foot out to the left for lizard pose and either stay upright or lower your forearms to any kind of prop you may have. Sometimes I use pillows or books when I'm in a hotel room, or forearms down to the ground. See how it goes. Knee is feeling A-okay, right knee's feeling A-okay. You can come with me into revolved thigh stretch. You can watch me for this. You can reach around with your left hand, bend your right knee and grab a hold of your right foot and bring your heel towards your bum. I like my right hand to go towards my left foot. Some people like the right hand to go directly forward. Play with it, see what works for you. And then wherever you are, you're breathing into your quads, inner thighs. And then slowly release, walk your palms back up, step your left foot in between your hands, and then go ahead and step forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen the chest forward, and then exhale, bow, standing forward fold. With knees softly bent, roll yourself all the way up to stand. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, and then exhale, hands in prayer in front of the heart. Big toes come to touch. Unamas. One more time. Chair pose, bend the knees, lower the hips. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands in prayer, and go ahead and twist towards the left, so right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Pressing your palms in towards each other. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward, and then again, roll your heart open towards the left and up towards the sky. Looking down, lift your right heel up off the ground. That checks out okay. Lift the whole foot up off the ground. What? Next time you exhale, step your right foot back into a lunge. And again, you can always put your hands down to step back. You can always put your back knee on the ground. Do take care of yourself. I find balancing is always interesting after traveling. And then pressing your palms in towards each other. Inhale, lengthen your spine forward. And then exhale, roll your chest open towards the left and up towards the sky. To the best of your ability, try to lift your ribs off your front thigh. Looking down towards the ground, here comes that fun little transition. Seated spinal twist. Step your right foot forward, out and over to the left, and then bring your right knee to the outside of your left foot. And again, if I lose you, just sit down. Left hand is behind you. Either right arm wraps around left leg or elbow to the outside of your knee. Again, your choice. And as you exhale, just twist towards the left. As you inhale, you lengthen the spine, both sit bones rooting down. Exhale and twist. Come on back to center and just a sweet little counter twist in the opposite direction. Again, hip opener of your choice, seated thread the needle, recline thread the needle, or double pigeon. Again, whatever works for your knees specifically. Opening up the glutes on the left side. And slowly release, come on up. Stepping your right foot forward, shift the weight forward and step your left foot back for lizard pose. Walk your right foot out to the right, both hands on the inside, the front leg. And again, feel free to stay upright. Lower your forearms to any props you might have around or to the ground. If you did so on the other side, revolve thigh stretch, reach around with your right hand, bending your left knee and grab a hold of your left foot with your right hand. And then slowly release. Walk your palms back up, shift the weight forward, and actually bring your bum down to the ground. Straighten your legs out in front of you for Paschimottanasana. Take the flesh of your bum out behind you. And if this doesn't serve, this kind of forward fold, I'm good with you taking any forward fold. So you can take Baddha Konasana, which is what I'm doing now, or you can take Upavishta, opening your legs out to the side. It's totally up to you. Okay. Once you find your variation of the forward fold, quite simply bow forward and down. My friends with any lower back sensitivity, I'd love you to keep your knees softly bent, especially if your legs are straight. If you're in Baddha Konasana, you're great. Those of us with straight legs, any variation of a straight leg forward fold, really work on lengthening your lower back by drawing your chest forward and down. See if you can soften your jaw, relax your face. And slowly make your way up to sit. So I'm going to sit for the last couple minutes. If you prefer to lie in Shavasana, feel free. Those of us who are seated with eyes closed, sit up nice and tall. And quite simply, like we did at the beginning of class, just scan your body and observe how you're physically feeling now, starting from the top of the head and making your way down. If you see or feel any points of tension, stay there for a couple breaths and envision with each exhale that you're releasing, you're softening that tension. Once it feels like it's softened, then move on through the rest of the body. Bring your hands into prayer in front of your heart. Deep gratitude for this breath, this moment, and this practice. Namaste. If you like that video, you'll probably like these. And if you want more videos, go to my membership site. Either way, let's stay connected.